Keynote panel presentation. Yes, I'm happy to invite Alexandra Vlasova, corporate governance and finance leader, compliance expert, keynote speaker, mentor, driving strategic change, risk management, and financial transformation, Denmark. Alex, your topic of presentation is Audit of the Future. It's promising. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I will have something to, it's here. So guys, I'm the first, so I think it's always very encouraging and very motivational, let's say. So let's get started. And I think it was very, very good to start with we either change or we die, whatever it is. So, welcome. No, I won't be reading your palm today, but I will help you to glimpse professional future. Consider myself as your audit tarot reader. We're talking about the future, how to look into that. We're not going to talk today about the risk matrices or findings. We're here today to explore something far more valuable: transformation. Because the future of audit doesn't live in checklist or compliance boxes. It lives in clarity, it lives in presence, it lives in courage. Let's begin our reading. So, Audit 2010. Controls, checklist, formality, fear of findings. We were guarding of the past, sampling end of the story. But here it comes, Audit 2025. Dialogue, data, trust. We're no longer the closing chapter, stamping the end of the story. We are co-authors of the strategy. We are not policing anymore, we are partnering. Not proving, but guiding. This isn't simple, guys, but it is very powerful and very transformational. Let's not flip tarot cards today, even I started with that, so how to look into the future. But let's reveal something way more older and more enduring: archetypes. They existed for centuries, symbols of universal human patterns. In our case, they represent what the future must become, not just do. These aren't just competences that we need to do for our performance. They are identities for transformation. Let's explore today the 5 archetypes that, in my opinion, define the internal auditor of tomorrow or the future. You may already carry some of them. You can check it out. Others may be waiting to be awakened. Let's begin with the first one. So, the first archetype is the archetype of discernment. The one who seeks the truth beyond just a simple and dry templates. Checklists don't spot the root causes. Only thinking minds do. To be great analysts, we must ask why. Not just once, but at least 5 times. Critical thinking is how we are shifting from identifying symptoms to solving the right problems. That's what, in my opinion, are being expected from the internal auditor of the future. It starts with the curiosity, and it ends with insight. So, the archetype number 2 This is the second archetype, and it's the power with the words. Finding the issue nowadays isn't enough. You must make others care. The best auditors are quiet influencers. They translate gaps into value. They speak in outcomes, not findings, visuals, narratives, analogies. This is not fluff. This is fuel. The pen might not be mightier than the sword, but it is sure mightier than the dry audit report. So, this archetype number 3, represent your digital instincts. No, guys, you don't need to become a programmer today, and we don't look into this. But if you can read the data landscape, you are auditing blindfolded. Digital fluency means knowing when numbers don't end up, even when the formulas say they do. So you don't need to cast spells, but you need to speak the language of automation, dashboards, and patterns. Because technology isn't replacing the auditors, AI isn't replacing the auditors, it's amplifying the ones who adapt. Let's look into the next archetype. In my opinion, the most powerful archetype in my spread today. Because no tool replaced trust. No technique replaces truth. And no checklist captures what someone really feels. An audit is, and always been, a people business. If people don't feel safe with you, they will hide the truth, even unintentionally. Listen without judgment. Ask questions like a coach, not a cop or policeman. That's when real insights will be revealed. The next archetype, it's the 5th archetype, right? Today I was promising to give you the 5th archetypes. And it's the shapeshifter. Everything is shifting nowadays. ESG, AI, stakeholder demands, geopolitics. Adaptability isn't a soft skill nowadays. It's a survival skill. The best auditors today, they aren't the ones who cling to the standards. They are ones who ask better questions in a new context. Be willing to reinvent, not your values, but your approaches, your methods. So, who is this future auditor? You will ask. They are not the gatekeepers. They are navigators. They are designers, cultural translators. They are curious, courageous, technically fluent, but deeply human. They don't audit for the sake of the controls or findings. They audit for clarity, resilience, and growth. And here's the twist. The future auditor isn't some far-off visionary. It is you, but far more awakened. Our final archetype, even though today I promised to give you only 5, but the surprise, it's the mirror. Know your role to take on, but a moment of truth. Because the future isn't just about new tools or new risk. It's about the mindset that we bring in each conversation, each decision, each question. You don't need to have a crystal ball or tarot spread. You already have your inner compass. Your courage, your curiosity, your integrity. So, ask yourself today, what's one belief you will shift? One question you will ask more often. One habit you will upgrade. Because in a world of the constant change, the future of audit doesn't belong to the most informed. It belongs to the most transformational. And transformation always starts within. Take this mirror with you, and every time you look into it, ask not just, what do I see, but who I am becoming. Thank you so much. I was quick today because I always, you're looking into the clock, but today I am good enough.
Thank you so much, Alexandra. I would like to say that we will share a presentation after